I'm back. This is a tutorial on how to attach the fins to my fidget fish. As you can see here, here's a pink one with a little bubble insert inside. The fins are like poppable fins that you can flip back and forth. I have made some in all the colors. I'm trying to do a rainbow. I still have to do a red and a purple. But as you can see, here's another one with the bubble insert. But you don't have to do the bubble insert if you don't need to. It's still a fidget toy with the fins. As you can see, they flip back and forth. I have a blue one, as you see here. Again, flippy flips. That's what I love. And now this yellow one that I'm going to use for the tutorial. So let's get started. And of course, you need to have your body finished and your stitch markers in place so you know where you're putting the fins. I did two separate colors so that you can see which side, like that will be one fin and this will be the other fin. So blues are one fin, green is another, and I'm going to let that swim away while we check everything else. So you need a needle, the body of the fish like I said, already made, scissors, and a darning needle so you can weave in your ends, some yarn of course, and a stitch marker for your fin. Now follow the pattern to get your fin done, and here we have the fin finished, and now we just need to attach it. So you want it to be facing you the way you would have finished the last round, and you're going to put your hook into the same stitch that you did your last stitch for R3, and then you're going to grab your fin, you're going to take out the stitch marker to attach it. So you're going to put it into the front loop of that round that we put the stitch markers in. You're going to pull the yarn through. As you can see, I'm struggling here. You'll see me struggle all the time. And then make a slip stitch. And then I like to tighten it a bit so that it's not too loose for the fidget. And now we're going to insert a hook again into the fin and into the front loop of that round on the next stitch that you just used. Again, you will see me struggle. Have fun with that. And then you're going to pull the yarn through that front loop and through the fin and then make a slip stitch. Remember to use the pattern to see where I put the dots of where you're putting your hook through. So here's the third one. We're going to go back through only the front loop of that round where the stitch markers were and go through, make a slip stitch, and on to the fourth. So again, reference the pattern on where the dots are, put it through the fin, through the fish of the front loop of the fish, and then back out and then make a slip stitch. It's important to note that you need to have the fish's head facing you and the back tail away from you. So we're going to take the last stitch marker. We're going to go back through the fin into the loop and then do a slip stitch. And now I'm fastening it off. I'm going to cut the yarn and then use, again, struggling with everything as you can tell. So I'm fastening off. I'm going to grab my darning needle and I am going to weave in my ends into the body of the fish. And as you can see, it works. It does the flippy flips. You want to make sure that you are tightening your yarn as you do the slip stitches to secure the fin onto the fish, and then it's better for it. So we are done. We're going to sneak into that tail in there of the yarn, and we're going to move into fin 2. So as you see, I have it done. Pause the video if you need to make yours. We're going to put it back through the same spot that we did the last stitch into that round, which I believe was round 3. You want to make sure that you have the loop of the yarn and then the part of the stitch that you just went through. You're going to take off your stitch marker. Remember to have the fish facing you. And you're going to go through that loop again. You're going to go over, or under, whichever way works, doesn't matter. You're going to go through the loop, the front loop, through your fin, and then you're going to do the slip stitch. Just remember that I keep pulling at it because I like to have it tight, because you're moving the fin a lot, so you don't want it to be loose. So we're going back into the next stitch in the front loop, beside the one that you just used. We're going to do another slip stitch. We're going to do this another 3 times. Back into the fin, back into the front loop, the next one that you just used, like the one beside it. We're going to pull our yarn through both and slip stitch. All right? And then remember, if you need to know where your spots are, please check your pattern to see where I put the dots. So we're going to go right in there, right into the next stitch, front loop, pull the yarn through, and slip stitch. All right, and now you're going to want to take the 5th stitch marker out, and you're going to want to put your hook again through the fin, through the front loop, and pull the yarn through. And the reason why I do 5 with this and 4 with the flowers is because it's such a small fin that I think it needs more like security. So we're going to do our fastening of off. Again, I always pull at everything, make sure it's secure. And then we're going to pull the hook and use our darning needle to weave in the ends for that. And as you can see, the fidget of the fin flips. The fidget of the fin, oh gosh. And now you're ready to weave in your end. So you're going to use a darning needle, and then it's done. Tuck that part in, and your fish is finished. And it can join all of his other friends that you make. This is such a great market make. They're super quick, super fun to make, and you have the bubble insert mods right into the pattern. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.